Hey everybody, welcome to another Bite-Sized Branding, where we cover off a subject around branding in 5 minutes or less. My name is Bernard from Steadily.
Hi guys, my name is Grant Tom and I'm a head fire starter and I build brands.
I love that. That was very cool. Today we're going to talk about a subject. A lot of the businesses that we work with are often in the startup phase. And we kind of want to share a bit of a message around being patient with your startup, allowing it to grow and create those opportunities for your brand. I'm going to hit the starter. Just get that going. And let's kick it off.
Let's see what we can do.
Awesome. So what are your thoughts, Grant, around creating a startup and that growth in that startup?
Patience is a virtue and virtue is a grace. It's one of those things that a lot of people, they've got the pressure of the overhead, and therefore they've got to make the money in order to pay for the overhead, but also they want to bring something home, and they've got a lot of pressure at home in the sense that they've got little ones, they've got a wife, they've got ambitions, they've got dreams, they've got aspirations. So they put a lot of pressure on the business right in the very beginning, yet you've got to give things time. So it's like a little baby. You get a brand new baby, you just wanted to start talking, you wanted to start walking just so that it all works. But then as soon as they start talking and walking, you want to make sure, please keep quiet, please stop walking around. It's that type of imbalance that starts to happen. So it's exactly the same with business. It's a case of, how do you make sure that this thing can give you everything that you've ever dreamed of, because you've actually sacrificed a lot to get this idea started. So that's where I think impatience starts.
Yeah, I like that, the concept. Like, it's not that you get a baby one day and then all of a sudden it becomes a teenager. If you had that kind of growth in your business, it would be unmanageable. You would be so overrun with trying to get everything in place correctly to manage that business that you would lose the experience of the brand. You would lose the experience with your customers, and people would become disillusioned, disconnected, and then they'll start to grow apart from your brand. If you grow too quickly, it's hard to manage. Just imagine you had a baby one day and next day it became a teenager. It'll be unmanageable. It would be incomprehensible about how do you handle this newfound teenager that doesn't want to listen, or
Exactly. Now, the other thing that you've got to remember is that there's so much that goes into a business. So, for example, let's take a hamburger for an example. By the time you've ordered that hamburger on your plate, there's actually a multitude of different things that have taken place in order to get that hamburger there. The guy had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He had to receive the rolls. He had to now cut up the tomatoes. He had to wash the lettuce. He had to find a chef to cook the patty before he's even got it to your plate. So I think that people don't understand that there's a lot behind a business in order to get it to work.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about. The entire process is an experience. Even the idea of coming up with this unique burger recipe that you're going to create this business around, it took a lot of energy and it took time.
Yeah.
And you can't just expect to then bring that to market and all of a sudden that it becomes something massive.
Sure.
Because you wouldn't have the structure in place to handle that. You wouldn't have the operations in place to handle that. You wouldn't have the marketing in there to handle that. Give the business time to grow, and it will grow into its feet. It'll find its spot. But if you try and rush it, you'll force it, and then it'll feel forced, and customers won't resonate with it.
And when customers don't resonate, it comes back to passion, because you've worked so hard to get to this point. You can't be tired at the most important part, which is the engagement of the customer. You've now got to have showmanship. You've got to now perform. You can't be sitting there dilly-dallying because the customer's in front of you, because you're tired of all the other stuff you've had to do. Now's the time you've had to show up and give an excellent, because that builds customer service, that builds brand, that builds reputation, and that you care with the view that people want to come and take money out of their wallet and give it to you.
Yeah, in the end, I can make a hamburger at home.
Yes.
I come there for the experience.
The showmanship.
Exactly, yeah. The engagement, somebody is just they're happy to see you. They're happy to receive you in their, the hospitality. It's a hospitality inn. They're happy to receive you in their restaurant. I know we kind of focused around hamburgers here, but it applies across all businesses.
All businesses.
That interaction is how people make or break a relationship. They're building trust there. They're building an experience there. They're building, connecting with the culture. And that forms the brand. That's what it is. Those are the things.
So will you buy from you is what business owners need to say. Will you phone your own business and say, hi, may I speak to yourself? and see how they receive you. Because if it sucks, guess what? Your customers are sucking at the experience. You've got to phone your business sometimes.
Yeah, if you're picking up the phone, hello, yeah, what do you want? Like, if you can't even bear the sound of your own voice, guaranteed your customers can't. You know?
Exactly. And if you're tired by the time your customer calls, your business is over. You've got to now be awake. You've got to now show. You've got to perform, because you know what? People can go anywhere now. People can get what they want, when they want, how they want, whenever they want, just because they want.
Perfect. Well, let's quickly wrap that up. I think what we've kind of come up with is that you want to build a brand and a culture that resonates with the way that people want to see you, and that takes time. Just like growing a baby, you want to grow it, take care of it, and nurture it to be the kind of person that you want people to build a relationship with. And it's exactly the same with your brand or your business. That's what it does for your customers. It builds relationships, and you need time to foster that correctly.
But your business will become your lifeblood. It will be the one platform that will give you everything you ever dreamed for. But you've got to then put in the hard work, but you can't let anyone know it's been that hard. Yeah.
Very cool, guys. Well, appreciate you all joining us again. Please join us for some more videos. Send your feedback, your comments, your questions. We're always up for questions. We want to make these videos relevant to you. So let us know what's going on for you. Let us know where we can give some insight and some value. And we're looking forward to chatting to you on the next video.
Guys, just remember that there's no such thing as a bad idea. Sometimes it's just bad timing. Patience is a virtue. Remember that. Keep your pace, keep your passion, and make sure that you can make your customer the most important entity of the whole process. Until next time, reach out. We'll talk soon.
Awesome, guys.